There are moments in life that seem like turning points, but then there are days that go beyond ordinary change. They mark destiny itself. As you approach this coming season, you may feel something stirring in the atmosphere, as though everything you have endured is aligning for a moment greater than you can comprehend. You have carried the weight of waiting, the silence of unanswered prayers, and the heaviness of battles that no one else could see. But all of it has been leading you to a point where the impossible becomes possible, where doors that seemed locked forever begin to open. What is about to unfold is not just another chapter in your life. It is the moment when the extraordinary becomes reality, and as you step into it, you will realize that what you are about to achieve is something no one around you could have imagined. And before we continue, I want you to do something powerful with me. Stay with this video until the very end, because energy is magnified when intention is steady. At the end, write your most sincere wishes in the comments, along with the number 777. That number is not just a symbol. It is alignment. It is flow. It is divine confirmation. By doing this, you are planting a seed into the unseen, giving your words life, and sending your energy into the universe, where it cannot return empty. And while you are here, subscribe to this channel, because this space has been created for you, for souls who are awakening, who are ready to rise, and who are stepping into the fulfillment of their deepest desires. This is your season, your alignment, and your breakthrough. You have been underestimated, not because you are weak, but because your strength was being hidden until the right moment. You have been overlooked, not because you lacked potential, but because destiny had not yet unveiled its plan. Every delay, every disappointment, every closed door was not a denial. It was a preparation. And as you look back, you will begin to see how even the detours had purpose. They were guiding you towards something larger than your mind could imagine. What others saw as setbacks were in fact stepping stones, each one carrying you closer to the moment that is now rising on the horizon. This alignment has not come easily. You have had to walk roads where others abandoned you, paths where loneliness was your only companion. But even in the silence, something was forming within you. The resilience that kept you standing after every fall, the hope that refused to die even when everything around you seemed lost. That resilience and hope have built the foundation for what is about to come. And soon, you will stand in a place where your past struggles no longer define you, but instead serve as proof of the miracle that is unfolded. It is not about competing with others, and it is not about measuring yourself by the standards of the world. What you are stepping into cannot be compared, because it has never been done before. Not in your family, not in your community, not in your circle. You are breaking through limitations, rewriting expectations, and walking into a reality that once seemed unreachable. That is why it has felt so heavy leading up to this moment. The weight of transformation is always heaviest right before the breakthrough. And when it comes, the release will be undeniable. You may not even recognize yourself when you look back after this season, because the version of you that struggled to believe will no longer exist. In its place will be someone who carries clarity, strength, and a new sense of purpose. And the very people who doubted you, who dismissed your journey, will have no choice but to watch as you rise into everything you were destined to embody. Not out of pride, but out of truth. Not for applause, but because it was always meant to be. So stand steady now. Trust the process. You are not late. You are not behind. You are right on time for the unfolding of what has always been yours. And soon, you will see that this alignment was worth every sacrifice, every tear, every moment of waiting. What is about to be achieved through you will not only transform your life, it will send ripples into the lives of others, awakening them to the reality that what once seemed impossible can, in fact, be done. There is a quiet power in moments of preparation, though at times it feels like silence and stillness. Many seasons in your life may have felt wasted, as if you were waiting endlessly for change while nothing seemed to move forward. But the truth is, you were not waiting in vain. Those silent years, those hidden battles, those long nights of questioning were the very tools shaping you into who you are now. A guide, a survivor, a soul whose breakthrough will inspire others who had given up hope. You did not walk through all of that pain without reason. Every tear, every loss, every unanswered question was building the resilience and depth that would allow you to carry something extraordinary. It is easy to forget that before great achievement, there is always testing. Just as metal must be refined in fire to remove its impurities, so too have you been refined by the intensity of life's challenges. That refining process may have felt cruel at times, but it was not punishment. It was preparation. Each rejection taught you patience. Each disappointment strengthened your ability to endure. Each failure humbled you in a way that taught you compassion for others. And all of it together has created in you a foundation that is unshakable. That is why when your breakthrough arrives, it will not only lift you higher, it will sustain you there. You have felt the weight of expectations, the sting of comparison, the loneliness of being misunderstood. Others may have looked at you and thought you were falling behind, as if your life was moving slower than theirs. But what they did not see was that while they were rushing ahead, you were being built in silence. You were not falling behind. You were being positioned. And what you will walk into will not be temporary success. It will be lasting impact. That is the difference between those who rush and those who wait. Your foundation runs deep, and because of that, what is built on it will not collapse. There are times when you doubted yourself, moments when you questioned whether you had missed your chance. Perhaps you thought, why hasn't it happened yet? Why am I still here, still waiting, still struggling? But in reality, the very waiting that frustrated you was necessary. If the door had opened too early, you would not have been ready to carry the weight of what is coming. Timing is everything, and destiny always arrives right on schedule. Even the detours were not mistakes. They were divine redirections guiding you exactly where you needed to be. And soon, you will see how even the most painful moments were necessary. The people who left you taught you independence. The opportunities that slipped away taught you trust. The dreams that seemed delayed taught you patience. Every wound became a lesson, and every lesson became part of your preparation. Now, as you step closer to this moment of alignment, you carry not just hope, but wisdom. You are no longer the same person you were at the beginning of this journey. You have been transformed into someone who can not only reach this achievement, but also sustain it, nurture it, and expand it. What is most profound about this moment is that it is not just about you. Your breakthrough is personal, but its impact will ripple outward. People who once doubted you will be inspired by your endurance. Those who gave up on themselves will see your victory, and remember that it is never too late. Your success will not be a closed door. It will be a doorway through which others can walk. That is why your journey mattered so much. It was never only about your story. It was about the countless stories connected to yours. And as the day draws near, you may feel nervous, unsure of what lies ahead. That is natural. But let that nervousness turn into excitement, because it is a sign that something extraordinary is about to unfold. Your spirit can feel it before your eyes see it. The energy around you is shifting, aligning, preparing for release. And when it comes, it will not come small. It will come in a way that silences doubt, that breaks barriers, that proves what once seemed impossible is now possible. So hold steady. Keep your heart open. Trust what you cannot yet see. Because what is waiting for you has been waiting all along. It was written into your story from the beginning. And when it unfolds, you will finally understand why the path was so difficult, why the waiting was so long, and why the struggles were so intense. It all had to happen, because without it, you would not be ready for the greatness that is about to rise in your life. There comes a point in every journey when you realize that the very things you thought were obstacles were actually preparation. The disappointments that once broke your heart, the rejections that left you questioning your worth, the failures that seemed final, all of them have become part of the story that will now inspire others. When you look back, You may see a trail of closed doors and shattered dreams, but what you might not have noticed is that every single one of those moments was shaping your strength. Without the closed doors, you would not have learned persistence. Without the losses, you would not have developed compassion. Without the silence, you would not have learned how to listen to your own inner voice. All of it, every single experience, has been weaving together the fabric of the person you are today. And this is what makes your breakthrough so powerful. It is not built on empty confidence or shallow success. It is built on resilience, wisdom, and authenticity. That is why when others see what you are about to achieve, they will not just be amazed at the result. They will be moved by the journey. They will realize that this was not something handed to you easily, nor was it luck or chance. It was the result of endurance, of faith, of choosing to stand again and again even when it felt like you had nothing left. That is the kind of achievement that cannot be replicated, because it was born from your unique path, your unique pain, your unique persistence. People often admire the finished product without understanding the process. They see the light but not the darkness that came before it. They see the triumph but not the tears. They see the glory but not the grind. But your story will reveal it all. And in that revelation, others will find themselves. They will see their own struggles reflected in yours and realize that if you could endure, so can they. This is why your moment of rising matters so much. It is not just about breaking through for yourself. It is about awakening hope in others who thought their time had passed. The truth is, many people gave up on themselves long ago. They settled for less, convinced that their dreams were too far out of reach. But when they witness your rise, when they see you stepping into a reality that once seemed impossible, something within them will awaken. Your victory will become their reminder. Your courage will become their strength. Your breakthrough will open the door for countless others who thought the door was forever closed. And that ripple effect is more powerful than you can imagine. But to reach this point, you had to learn how to trust timing. There were days when you wanted to force things, to push doors open, to rush ahead. And when nothing moved, you felt frustrated, even forgotten. Yet in hindsight, you will see how every delay was protection. You were not being denied, you were being aligned. Had things happened sooner, you might not have had the stability to sustain them. You might not have been mature enough to handle the weight of the blessing. You might not have been prepared for the responsibility that comes with achievement. But now, because of all that you endured, you are ready. You are steady. You are equipped. This is why when your moment arrives, it will carry a sense of destiny. It will not feel random. It will feel right. You will realize that even the pain had a purpose, that even the silence had meaning, that even the delays were necessary. And with that realization will come peace, the kind of peace that only comes when you know that every step, even the hardest ones, were leading you here. So do not doubt the path anymore. Do not question the timing. Everything is coming together exactly as it should. The days you thought were wasted were in fact the most important days of all, because they built in you the character and strength that now make this achievement possible. And when it happens, it will not only shock those who doubted you, it will also surprise you with how perfectly everything aligns. Your story is not just about what you will accomplish, it is about who you have become in the process. And who you have become is someone who cannot be shaken, someone who carries wisdom in their words, strength in their spirit, and hope in their presence. That is what makes your breakthrough so profound. It is not simply about reaching a goal, it is about embodying a destiny. And when the world sees it, they will know without a doubt that what is unfolding through you was always meant to be. There are seasons when life seems to move in circles, repeating lessons and challenges until finally, the moment of breakthrough arrives. You may have felt stuck at times, as though no matter how hard you tried, progress was minimal. But this was not stagnation. It was gestation. Just as a seed must remain hidden underground before it breaks the surface, so too have you been hidden, developing strength in unseen places. And now, what has been growing in silence is preparing to be revealed. The timing is not accidental. It is precise. Everything around you, everything within you, is aligning for a moment that will not only change your direction, but also redefine what you believed was possible. When others look at you, many still see the version of you that struggled. They remember the setbacks, the failures, the mistakes. But what they cannot see is the transformation that has taken place beneath the surface. They cannot see the resilience forged in hardship, the wisdom carved out of disappointment, the faith that grew stronger in silence. That hidden work is what makes you unstoppable now. You are no longer defined by your past. You are defined by the strength you gained from it. And when this moment arrives, it will not be the same person who struggled years ago standing there. It will be the refined, renewed, and elevated version of you. It is natural for people to doubt what they cannot see. Some may dismiss you because they are unable to imagine you rising beyond what they know. Others may secretly hope you never surpass them. But the truth is, this journey was never about proving them wrong. It has always been about fulfilling what was written for you. That is why when the breakthrough comes, it will silence the noise. No one will be able to deny it because it will be bigger than human effort. It will be a result of alignment, of timing, of destiny itself. And in that moment, their doubts will turn into wonder. But as extraordinary as this moment will be, it is not only about the external success others will see. It is also about the internal shift that takes place within you. For so long, you have carried doubt, insecurity, and the heavy question of, am I enough? This breakthrough answers that question once and for all. It reveals that not only are you enough, you were always more than enough. It shows you that everything you endured was not wasted, but necessary. It awakens a confidence that is not built on ego, but on truth. And that truth is unshakable. Do not underestimate the ripple effect of your rise. There are people watching you silently, people who have not told you how much your journey inspires them. They may never say it aloud, but they see your strength, your persistence, your refusal to give up. And when they see you finally break through, something within them will reignite. They will remember their own dreams, the ones they buried long ago. They will see in you a reflection of what is possible for them too. And that spark may be all they need to begin again. That is the power of your story. It carries the ability to awaken stories in others. What is most striking about this moment is its timing. At first, it may feel random, but when you look back, you will see that it was perfectly aligned. The hardships you faced, the lessons you learned, the patience you developed, all of it positioned you for this season. Even the people who left your life played a role, creating space for those who will walk with you into your future. Every piece fits, even the painful ones. And when it all comes together, you will marvel at the wisdom of the journey. So do not fear the weight of what is coming. Do not shrink back, wondering if you are truly ready. You would not be here if you were not. The fact that you have endured this long, that you are still standing, still hoping, still believing, is proof that you are prepared. And as the moment unfolds, step into it fully. Do not hesitate. Do not apologize. Do not doubt. This is not a coincidence. It is destiny. And you are walking into a reality that will not only surprise others, but will also surprise you with its magnitude. And when it happens, remember this: it is not the end of your journey, but the beginning of a new one. What you achieve will be the foundation for even greater things to come. This is not just a personal victory. It is the unlocking of a future that will continue to unfold in ways beyond your imagination. What is arriving now is not just a single breakthrough. It is the opening of a door to a new life, one that reflects everything you were always meant to become. There is a unique tension that comes before moments of breakthrough. You feel both excitement and fear, anticipation and uncertainty. It is as if your spirit already knows what is coming, but your mind struggles to grasp it. This tension is not something to run from. It is a sign of transformation. It means that the energy around you is shifting, that the old version of you is releasing, and the new version is about to step forward. This is why lately you may have felt restless, emotional, or even drained. It is the weight of change pressing against you, preparing you for the life you are about to walk into. Loneliness has also played a role in this journey. You may have wondered why certain people left, why relationships faded, why you had to walk parts of this path alone. But that isolation was not punishment. It was protection. Not everyone could handle the weight of your calling. Not everyone was meant to witness the fullness of your rise. Some people were only meant to be part of your story for a chapter, not the whole book. And while it hurt to let them go, their absence created the space you needed to grow without distraction. In solitude, your spirit became stronger. In silence, your clarity sharpened. And now, because of that, you are able to carry what is coming without collapsing under its weight. The struggles that tested you were never random. They were designed to refine you, to reveal who you truly are. Think of the times you felt you had nothing left, and yet somehow you found the strength to continue. That strength was not accidental. It was proof that there is something greater within you than any obstacle outside of you. Every challenge was a test of endurance, and every time you endured, you passed. That is why when this season of achievement arrives, you will not just celebrate what you have gained. You will honor who you have become in the process. This is also why your breakthrough will be undeniable. It will not come from shortcuts or luck. It will come from the years of persistence, the nights of prayer, the sacrifices no one else saw. And because it comes from that place, it cannot be taken from you. Others may try to minimize it, to explain it away, but they will not succeed. The truth is too clear. The timing is too perfect. The alignment is too precise. What is about to happen through you carries the fingerprint of destiny, and no one can erase it. You may not fully realize the significance of what is approaching. To you, it may feel like simply the next step, the natural unfolding of your journey. But to others, it will look miraculous. They will wonder how you managed to accomplish what no one else has. They will marvel at the strength it took to endure. They will be inspired by the way you turned pain into power, doubt into determination, silence into clarity. And in their wonder, they will be reminded that greatness is not about never falling. It is about rising every time you do. Do not be surprised if people who once overlooked you begin to look for your guidance. They may not admit it, but deep down, they know there is something different about you. They sense that your voice carries weight, that your presence carries calm, that your spirit carries truth. And though they may never have expected it, you have become someone they cannot ignore. This is what makes you stand out. Not the recognition of others, but the undeniable evidence of transformation in your life. And as the day approaches, keep your heart steady. Do not let fear convince you that you are unworthy. Do not let doubt steal the joy of what is unfolding. You are worthy because you endured. You are ready because you prepared. You are enough because you always were. What is about to happen is not a coincidence. It is the fulfillment of everything you have carried inside you all along. So step forward with courage. Walk into this moment with your head lifted and your spirit strong. The time for waiting has ended. The time for wondering has passed. What is rising before you is not just another opportunity. It is destiny. And when it arrives, you will know without a doubt that every struggle, every tear, every moment of silence was worth it. Because what you are about to achieve will not just change your life. It will mark history in ways no one expected. As you move closer to the moment that has been written for you, the energy around you will feel heavier, almost like the air itself is thick with anticipation. This heaviness is not here to break you, It is here to prepare you. Greatness is not light. It carries a weight because with it comes responsibility. The path you are walking now is not only about reaching something extraordinary, it is about carrying it well once it arrives. And because of that, you will notice life pressing on you harder, testing you more deeply, stretching your patience, your endurance, your faith. But remember this, you are not being tested to fail. You are being tested to reveal the strength that is already within you. In these final stages of preparation, you may feel misunderstood more than ever. People may question your choices, criticize your silence, or even doubt your vision. They may not see what you see because their perspective is limited by fear or comfort. Do not let their voices shake you. Not everyone can recognize destiny before it unfolds. To many, your persistence looks strange. To some, your faith looks unrealistic. But soon, when the moment arrives, their confusion will turn to awe, and they will finally understand that what looked impossible was always meant to be. There is a truth many people overlook. The higher you rise, the more visible you become, and with visibility comes scrutiny. Some will celebrate you, while others will envy you. Some will find inspiration in your story, while others will search for flaws to bring you down. But here is the secret. None of their opinions define your worth. You were not chosen to please the crowd. You were chosen to walk in truth. And truth is not swayed by applause or criticism. Truth stands steady, unshaken by the noise. That is the power you must carry into this new season. Your story will challenge people. It will remind them of the dreams they abandoned, the risks they never took, the faith they let die. Some will not be ready to face that, and so they may project their discomfort onto you. But do not mistake their discomfort for your failure. In fact, their discomfort is proof of your impact. You were not meant to leave people unchanged. You were meant to awaken them. Sometimes awakening feels uncomfortable at first, but eventually, it leads to transformation. And you will be the spark that sets that transformation in motion. At the same time, this achievement will bring people to you who are searching for hope. They will look at your life and wonder how you endured. They will come to you not because you had an easy path, but because you had a real one. And in your story, they will find strength for their own. This is the responsibility of your rise, not just to celebrate what you have accomplished, but to use it as a light for others still walking in darkness. You are not just stepping into success, you are stepping into influence. And influence is sacred. But never forget that the journey itself is what gives your achievement its power. If you had reached this place without the struggles, without the delays, without the heartbreak, it would not carry the same weight. What makes your rise so remarkable is not just the fact that you achieved something no one else has. It is the fact that you did it after walking through so much that could have broken you. That is what people will remember. Not just the victory, but the resilience behind it. Not just the success, but the scars that came before it. And that combination, resilience and victory, is what makes your story unforgettable. As the moment draws closer, steady yourself. Do not let the pressure turn into panic. Pressure is proof that something powerful is about to be born. Think of a diamond. It is only created under extreme pressure, and that is exactly what is happening in your life. The pressure you feel is shaping you, refining you, polishing you into someone who can not only reach the top, but remain there with grace. This is not just about achievement. It is about becoming the kind of person who can carry greatness without losing themselves. So lift your head, even when the weight feels unbearable. Trust the process, even when it feels unclear. Keep walking, even when the path feels lonely. Because with every step, you are moving closer to a destiny that will not only shock the world, but also confirm everything you have always felt deep within your spirit, that you were never ordinary, that you were always meant to rise, and that your moment has finally arrived. And so, as the day approaches, remember that this is more than just a moment. It is the fulfillment of everything you have carried in silence. The struggles, the tears, the long nights that felt endless. All of them have led to this point. You are stepping into a season where the impossible bends to your persistence, where the unseen becomes reality. What you are about to achieve will not only surprise those who doubted you, it will awaken something deeper within yourself. Stand tall, breathe deeply, and walk forward with certainty. This is your time, your alignment, your breakthrough. And when it unfolds, it will prove that nothing was wasted, that every delay was divine, and that you truly were chosen to achieve what no one else could.